Blessed is he or she which doesn't condemn him or herself for, well, what he or she has allowed. And my other title of the video was The Art of Allowing, because, well, it's not really an art actually. You could say you could master it, so to speak, but then again, you are its master, because yeah, you already mastered it. Only the thing is, you're filtering, well, your awareness through certain beliefs, a belief system which, well, once again, you convince yourself of being true. And I get that, yes, everything outside of you might, so to speak, convince you. And if you trust them, or you love them, or you like them a lot, or whatever, there's some truth to what they're saying in other, in other other things they've been saying to you, or have been preaching, whatever, so to speak, which really hit base. So they, you actually for yourself proved them to be true, so you, well, made that a belief. Okay, that's all good. But you do have to understand that even Einstein, well, was wrong sometimes, So then it's still a decision to, well, so to speak, give that person, whoever or whatever even, because it could even be an advertisement or a song on the radio, whatever, something that just convinces you of, well, something. And it doesn't matter who, well, which, so to speak, human, physical, finite human me was behind, as the observer, as awareness itself, choosing, well, that thought, to identify with that thought and to even, put it in words and speak it into existence. And you came across that, and even if, well, it's a family member or whatever, you do have to understand that you allowed somebody to, well, shape reality for you in that aspect, okay? Because obviously this is all just consistent change, Not only what I'm looking at right now, this, well, once again, is my, I'm assigning a meaning right now, but I'm going to do that. And I choose to, well, what I'm looking at, to find this beautiful, okay? So this beautiful nature I am looking at right now, trees, water, whatever. Well, all of this changes because, well, like I gave as an example, if somebody chooses to throw a big ass bomb on, well, where I am at right now, so to speak, well, not, I better not, put my awareness on being there when it happens, but you get what I mean. So then when I would return to this place, it would look different, it's, so to speak, changed, but that's the whole thing. Even if nobody threw a bomb on this, and I, well, as, awareness itself, God itself, so to speak, all that is, but also in this paradoxical, well, human me, I'm a limited human who doesn't have any control or, influence over anything that, well, ever happened to me, now happens to me, or is happening to me, and will ever happen to me. Well, that's the whole thing. It's all happening to you, through you, and quite literally. Because you are the one, as awareness itself, consistently making a choice, deciding that, well, this is true for me or this is not true for me. And you have to understand that I'm quite serious about what I'm saying, and it's consistently. Or, well, like Lindell, but it's all scripture, but just quoting Lindell now. You're always on. So you're praying ceaselessly, which means without stop. So, well, if you understand that, well then just, well, why wouldn't you, so to speak, make the wise choice? Now once again, I am saying wise, as in, why are you not putting your awareness, which is thinking about something, is putting your awareness on whatever, a passing cloud, so to speak, because, well, it's always changing, it will always pass. And you decide how long you, well, look at the cloud, so to speak, hypothetically. But yeah, how long, well, do you decide to entertain with your awareness as pure awareness itself, pure consciousness itself? I like to name it differently, but that's once again my choice. You are the silent observer, okay? Because once again, your body has completely changed since you became aware, so to speak, as awareness itself, but you get what I mean, as a finite human sense. Your body has completely changed. or it didn't, but that's once again your choice. Like, I've been pretty much the same way for years and years. I haven't been sick, I haven't had a flu, caught a dis-ease, so to speak. Well, dis-ease is just you putting your awareness on not being at ease. And since everything comes after awareness, well, that just manifests, so to speak, becomes seen, becomes, well, you sense it in your body, because you're, well, everything is consistently, well, so to speak, reacting to what you're doing. But nothing is really reacting. Since creation is finished, you are just, well, literally putting your awareness on, well, whatsoever. And once again, everything in itself is neutral. Also, please try to disprove that statement, but because, well, you can't. Of course you can. And if you want me to go deeper into that, then I'll gladly make a whole video for an hour about it. But yeah, in itself, everything is neutral. I mean, once again, I might like, maybe that. Okay. I'm just, you see this, like, this is just, okay, part of nature, right? But, well, that's all I'm pretty much sure of, because, okay, we gave this a name and whatever. I'm not even going to, name whatever we called these sort of, well, specific plant. The thing is, well, right there and then, as the observer itself observing, well, just something neutral, right? Because, well, you can say it's ugly, it's, well, beautiful, I don't like it, I hate it. I mean, do you understand that that's all you right now deciding, well, that is just how or you're convinced by something in your past. Once again, your past doesn't really exist, but you, well, did experience these things because you put your awareness on it. But you do have to understand that, yes, time does not exist, okay? Clocks do, but time itself, which we've, well, pretty much been, indoctrinated or programmed to believe it does, but it doesn't. Because, well, point at time, and please don't point at a clock and say that's time, because that's a clock, Sometimes even going at a different speed than a different clock, and there you already go. Like, that doesn't really prove anything, because, well, then which clock, so to speak, is right on what time it is? Well, none of them, because time is purely relative, A very, very, well, so to speak, solid, but it isn't none of that. Obviously, it's just, once again, everything is fluctuating energy, at its core. But you are still the observer behind that, the awareness, the pure consciousness behind even that, well, fact. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Even if you don't want to call it a fact, well, you have the awareness right now to, to choose to not call that a fact. Now, that's the same thing with grass. Like, pretty much everyone agrees that grass is green, but if you want to call it blue, then you surely can. And I understand, like, maybe this analogy or whatever, this example doesn't really instantly ring a bell. But I just want to, well, really get you to understand that, and once again, that's your choice to, take my word for it, but that's why I keep on saying, please test this out, try it out. Put your awareness on something and don't cancel it out. And, well, what is canceling out? Well, putting your awareness on, well, this isn't true. And if it's coming from your own convinced belief, even if it's from 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, so to speak, I'm just going to keep it at that number. 100 years ago, you convinced yourself that you can't be abundant, as in financial freedom, or you cannot have a thin body because you've always been fat, Well, you do have to understand that something or someone convinced you that that is true, and that, well, you took that as truth, and now it's right in front of your face forever until you cancel it out. And the thing is, even if it's right in front of your face right now, you can, well, go into the closet, so to speak, but that's just all beautiful scripture for understanding that you, as pure awareness itself, in this neutral reality, which you are just choosing from, everything is already created. You just choose whatever you think of it. If you like it, you hate it. Well, the thing is, you have, well, God, so to speak, all that is, gave you a chance, a choice, actually. And you have the choice to right now make a decision to put your awareness on whatever you do or do not want to experience in your 3D physical reality. And yes, that is a choice. Well, I understand that for me, at least right now, that is incredibly liberating, you know, because it, well, proves that salvation isn't even near, it's instantaneous, because it's a state of being. And you can choose it right now. Yes, once again, the whole world, so to speak, might fall apart right in front of your eyes, but that doesn't have anything to do with the true self, your true self, which you are always referring to as I am doing this, I am being this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to have this, or whatever, you get what I mean. All of this going to have and going to and wanting doesn't exist, okay? Because once again, that's all mind identification. You just, well, you have to understand that even you putting your awareness on something, choosing, is still mind identification. That's not you, that's not your true self. But I think a lot of teachers from non-duality, you do have to understand that I've been following these teachings for years as well. And I completely agree with them, because yes, you cannot disprove that your true, actual true self behind this, you know, so to speak, human illusion of body, mind, thought, feelings, emotions, changing circumstances, experiences, you know, so to speak, people dying and, you know, physically, whatever, because awareness cannot die, obviously. But okay, these things are happening, but that's still a choice to identify with it. And now you can say, well, if somebody dies, then obviously you will identify with it. Well, of course, you know, I would do so too, probably. But I just want to go back to the basics, and that it is indeed all a choice. Now, I'm not saying like, you know, don't be sad if that's all that somehow you're identified with when somebody passes, you know. But the thing is, it's still a choice. And even if you are like choosing to be sad, that's not a problem, you know. As long as you, well, when you're done, so to speak, you know, understand that, well, you still have a choice in whatever you do want to experience. And yes, you know, ups and downs, negative, positive, you'll come across all of them, all of these, so to speak, well, experiences, which once again you assign a meaning to. So beautiful or ugly, whatever, horrible, horrific, or amazing. Do you get where I'm, well, getting at? Because I know everybody just wants to instantly manifest whatever they manifest. Once again, creation is finished. You're not creating, you're not manifesting. You are simply choosing, or maybe even better yet said, but decision and choose is pretty much interchangeable, because, well, making a choice is a decision. And making a decision is a choice. Because to make a choice, you still have to choose to make the choice. Do you get what I'm getting? Do you understand what I say? Because not making a choice is also making a choice. Because by you saying, I'm not doing this, then you're doing, well, the opposite, or whatever is the opposite of, well, making that choice. And you are doing so ceaselessly. Praying, asking, so to speak. Choosing your experience from a moment-to-moment basis in this eternal, you know, right now, forever. Beautiful, once again, my identification, but beautiful, present, precious, right now moment, forever and ever, infinite. And you as the finite human me, as actually God, the infinity himself, itself, whatever, are, well, choosing. If you don't desire, well, what you experience right now, and you never desired it or whatever, well, do understand that you also still did somehow put your awareness on it, and you didn't cancel it out. So you didn't put your awareness on becoming aware of, well, the opposite of that, so thinking from what you do want, but no, you thought from, well, probably a whole lot of time from what you do or did want, so to speak. Linear time perspective, past is right now, okay? Everything is right now. But whatever you have, well, allowed, please don't condemn yourself, because you've, well, you know, blessed is he or she who doesn't condemn him or herself for what he or she has allowed. And allowing is you, once again, the art of allowing is you, well, choosing to put your awareness on whatever. Well, falling star. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to say. Like, it's all up to you, you know. And please, I really got, that's like my assumption right now, you know, I'm putting my awareness on that, but please understand that you are a star, a winner, whatever. You declare it right now. So if you want to, you know, still don't believe in who you really are, whatever, you're somehow creating some limitation right now, which is all good. Please share it with me, post a comment, whatever, and I'll help you freely, of course, because I might, you know, maybe start charging, whatever, but I'm not even sure of that. But right now I'm happy to help you for, well, no money at all, so to speak. I don't need anything in return. I just want to help you out, you know, make you understand who you truly are, and then you can do the rest, you know. It's all choice. So let's go into the silence.